Yo, what is up guys? Today we're here with a GTA 5, an online car customization and review. And today we are here with the Entity XF from Overflod, however you want to pronounce it. Overflod Entity XF. We are taking a look at this car today because it's on sale right now. If we scroll down here, for a very cheap price of $477,000. So usually it's right around 800K, but we've got it around 500K here. So it's definitely a good price if you're a car collector and you want to purchase as many cars as you can. Then I would definitely think about picking this car up right now. However, it is rumored, keyword there, is rumored to be on the podium in one of the next 4 or 5 weeks. So if you want it now, I would get it now. But if you're waiting to get it for free, then I would wait. So what is this car based off in real life? Well, if you are a supercar fan, you probably already know that this is based off the Koenigsegg CC8S. Now, there is other Koenigsegg's that kind of have this design to them, such as the Koenigsegg CCX. While that's not primarily the same thing, this is known as the CC8S because of its vent placement towards the back tire and its grille shape towards the front of the car. And its headlights are mostly the same. Now this car does also take design cues from a different car in the rear end. As you can see, those taillights are the famous Lamborghini Aventador taillights. So it's kind of interesting that Rockstar decided to put Aventador taillights on an old Koenigsegg, but I actually really enjoy the way it turned out, and I think this is an incredible looking car. So let's hop into the customization. Alright, let's get into the customization.
What are we doing today?
Alright, so this car has 18 options, which really isn't that a bad amount. And also, I forgot to add one little detail of information. The rear hood here, the real-life car, the CC8S, does not have this sort of like rear hood design here. This is taken from the Porsche Carrera,
Life is hard when you can have anything.
the Porsche Carrera GT. So a little bit of Porsche in there too. So we have Lamborghini, Porsche, and Koenigsegg all into one car, which is an interesting mix, but it was well executed in my opinion. So bodywork here, we have custom side vents, which as you can see adds that little fin in the vent, which I think is very nice. Now, if you're trying to get as realistic as possible, I believe that the real life car does not have this little fin here, but
Decisions are stressful.
I think this is a very nice body line to add to the car. Okay, here we have bumpers. Front bumper. Unfortunately, we do have bumpers, but there's very small options. In fact, one. So we have the stock with the split canards. Now, I think it's really a shame that you couldn't get the splitter without the canards, because I really like the splitter on there. I think that's a great small splitter for this car, but the canards, I don't know. The canards, they look alright, but I personally wouldn't enjoy them, but they look fine enough. They don't look terrible. They look decent enough that I think I'll sacrifice having the canards on there for the splitter. Okay, the rear bumper, we have carbon rear diffuser, which as you can see adds the diffuser and those little fins on the outside. You know, I don't really know how I feel about this. I really like the rear end of the car, how it is, having that like all clear mesh in there, and you can see the internals of the car. Um, I think the diffuser kind of crowds it because it has a lot of cutouts already. Um,
Do you
it
need a
looks,
drink?
it doesn't look
Bubbles
terrible,
or something?
but personally, I think I'm gonna leave it off of the car. Alright, here we have engine. I
This is the
forgot
kind
to
of engine
upgrade
I like to work on.
brakes. Upgrade brakes. Engine. Exhaust, so we have the stock one, which is these two ovals. Dual exit, which has kind of two pipes slanted here. Let me just rev a little bit so the smoke goes away. And then we have triple exit.
No rush at all.
I like the stock, but I do like both of these. I think I'll go for the dual exit. They both look good, but we'll throw on
Look
xenons.
at her now.
Plate. We'll do black. That looks really good. Respray. I'm not exactly sure what color I'll go with, so we'll do the rest of the car first. Alright, so here we have carbon skirts, which adds kind of, well, a carbon skirt. Um, that's quite nice, actually. It's
Whatever
not
you
bad.
desire.
Doesn't have any
Technology
fins on
loves
it,
to commit.
which I think fins wouldn't have looked nice on this car because it already has that the grill towards the rear tire. So we'll do that. And then for spoiler options, it is quite a shame, you know, especially for the skirts, bumper, bodywork, that we're only having one option to choose from. Because this carbon wing, I think it's kind of a little too narrow, too short. I would have liked to see this wing extend to the end of the taillights. But we do actually want that traction bonus. Um, because I am going to be testing this car on a test track. Um, because with my reviews, I am going to see how other cars compare with each other.
Your
So
cosmetics are on point.
we're kind of forced to put the carbon wing. I mean, if this is just a collector's car for you and it's just gonna sit in your garage, you may not want it, and that's fine. But I will be actually driving this car. So for suspension, the car is already fairly low, but you know, we'll go sport
Should give
suspension.
you the right amount of bounce.
Now transmission, turbo, there we go. So wheels is not a hard choice, it's just an interesting choice because um, me personally, I think the wheels on the real life car are a little too old for the car in the real life. Th- They look nice on the car, but I
Life is
think
hard when
it's a
you can
little
have
of a
anything.
weird choice. Um, and I'm not sure if there's any that really replicate that real life wheel. Will look. Alright, so I couldn't really find anything that replicates the real life wheel. Um, there is plenty of wheels that look good on this, especially some of these carbon wheels, because we've already got the carbon front splitter and the skirts, along with the spoiler, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to go carbon.
Making decisions is stressful.
Um, you know, and I do wish they had carbon versions of some of the other wheels, such as the carbon sport wheels or carbon street wheels. Um, these actually look surprisingly good. Wow, I did not actually expect these wheels to look as good as they do on this car. We're gonna go with these, cause you know, kind of just scrolling past them, they looked really good. So we're gonna do those in black. Yeah, that looks really nice, especially having the metal lip on the inside of the wheel. Yeah, those look okay. That looks nice. Windows, we'll go dark
You've
smoke,
got
and
an
then let's
iris.
figure out our color for this thing. So the real life car is mostly seen in this, sort of silverish color. The car does look good in several colors, such as black. It looks super sleek in black. I think the rear end looks amazing in black, especially with the vented door taillights. Um, but it looks good in many colors, such as red.
If you can think it, I can do
Um,
it.
I've seen the car in red and yellow. I really wish that you could, this car had more than just a primary, especially a trim color. I really wish if there was a primary and trim color, that would have been nice to change the interior. Because if we could change the interior, I would definitely go some sort of silver with
Think
tan
long
interior.
and
I think
hard.
that would look amazing. Something like a shadow silver would look nice. Or yellow. Or this is bright orange, I guess. Yellow looks nice too. You know, this actually... We want race yellow
Do
or
you need a
yellow?
drink? Bubbles or something?
Definitely not dew yellow. That's more of a green. I think we're gonna go... yellow or race yellow? This is the question. We don't get much color. I don't choose much cars in race yellow, so let's do that.
Girl is looking good.
And then pearlescent. I think I like the pearlescent how it is, to be honest. Let's see how it looks with maybe a white. A frostwhite to kind of tan it. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's go frostwhite.
Bodywork to match the driver.
And yeah, it's fully upgraded, so let's go get some first impressions on the street, and then we'll take it to our test track.
See you next time.
Yeah, this looks really nice. Glad the way that turned out. Alright, so after originally planning to do some Rockstar edited clips, I ended up only being able to do some gameplay here because the recording stopped halfway through the race. But rather than that, the Entity XF felt actually somewhat decent. I'm not going to say good, especially in modern GTA performance, because there's definitely more competitive supercars. But that being said, it's fairly quick, and for the price that you get it at, um, it's a very good, cheap little fun car. Top speed was alright, but acceleration out of the corners was I'm not gonna say surprising, but it was decent. But I will say that it has I feel a tad bit of understeer, which causes me to kind of hold the brake a little bit longer or earlier than what I really would. So I had a tendency to over brake in certain turns in this race, especially the second half of the turn, as we'll see. Um, so this is the test track that we'll be using for the rest of the reviews. So it's going to be this track for now on, so we're able to compare times with other supercars and sports cars actually. Well, really any other car, but here we get some good top speed, and I actually lose traction here, but I was able to recover fairly quickly. Fortunately, I didn't spin out, um, but yeah. So this car ended up running a 209.833 in the very end, which this is the only car we've only tested on this track, fully upgraded. So this is going to be sort of our benchmark time. So 209. 0.833. But yeah, if you guys like this, please like, it'll help out so much. If you want to see more um, reviews, then subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.